Last time we created artwork by rolling around in the front yard looking like a cuckoo, and we had so much fun. Today, we're going to take the textiles we created in that video and turn them into drop ship manufactured goods. And how do we do that? Let's find out. Cue the intro. All right, so your first order of business is go to the internet, obviously. On my channel, you're going to find links to a Google Drive. In that Google Drive, I have shared print artwork that I've created and also the print artwork we created in the last video. Okay, team? So you're going to go to that link. You're going to download artworks that you want to use, unless you have your own. Perfectly fine. If you're finding artwork that you wish you had that isn't there, comment, hey Mitch, I need something more vibrant. I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. I'll help you. I will pull artwork. I'll throw it in there for you. If you don't have access to Midjourney, or maybe you want to give me a fun creative challenge and we can use that artwork together, who knows? It doesn't matter. You let me know in the comments if there's artwork you want, so you can do the next steps. Okay, step 2, you're going to go to Printify. So we're on Printify right now, and it's completely free, 100% free. You don't have to pay no money to use it at all. So get started for free. I'm just going to go ahead and open my store. All right, we are in my store. In Printify, there's like a whole bunch of options you can do. The first thing we're going to go to is the catalog. And they've recently updated their interface, so this is looking a little bit different. But we're looking for AOP clothing. All over print clothing. AOP, all over print. And specifically, we're making clothing. You can use artwork on so many products, but today we're doing clothing, like the shirt I'm wearing. So I specifically want to use the artwork that we created in the last video on a swimsuit. A men's swimsuit. And here we go, bestseller. It's a custom swimsuit that you get to create for $30. It's pretty amazing. So at this point, you've picked your product that you want to add your artwork to, and then there sometimes are multiple suppliers. Pick your favorite, best reviews, whatever. If they have your size specs that are better for you, pick your brand. This is directly from China. And I don't want to hear it. China, 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 bad China, everything's from China. Guess what? It is, because they're better at making things than the United States. And that's a fact. They're going to come for me. All right, so for those of you who actually want to get a little bit familiar with pattern making, the beautiful thing about this is it shows you what the flat patterns look like, and you can export these templates over here with download design template, and then you can just reuse it over and over at your own terms on your own discretion. It's super cool. All right, so what we're going to do now is step number 3, upload the artwork. And we are going to use Mitchell Makes Rolling in Paint. I really like this one because it feels like it's a little bit more dramatic. And that's going to upload. Once it uploads, hey, you've got a lot of things going on at this point that you're like, oh gosh, what do I do? What you do is stay calm, because we're going to get there. It's so cool. Okay, that's annoying. I guess you click this thing in the top right corner. It wasn't like that before. I don't like this new update. Whatever, it's still going to be amazing. So you've got a few options here. We're working on the right leg first. We have created an all-over repeat design. So over here in the layers panel, what you can do is you can just press create pattern. And you see there's like these little green vertical lines. That's showing the repeat. So we like the repeat, but we don't like the scale. That's not a problem. Here, you can auto scale so quickly, it's pretty impressive. So the width of our artwork now is 22.5 inches, and I want to do more like 10. Yeah, because that's more better. So 10 feels good. It's going to auto the height, and we're good. So now we have to go to, also you have the option to drag it around to see if there are specific places you like better. Think about the places like on the hooks. So your hooks are your rises, and in the hook, this is called your hook. It can get really weird if too specific of a motif lands in a very unrespectful spot. So just be cautious of that when you're designing. You get a preview later so you can come back and edit, but I'm kind of thinking I don't want a pea stain, so I'm good with just keeping it black here. That could be a vibe. So then we go to our left leg, and you're going to have to upload your art there as well. So go back to your library because you just already uploaded it. We're going to go to create the pattern because it's already in repeat. And then we did a 10 width. You do have to remember these things. So I did black in the rise. Okay, that's okay. I'm fine with that. And then you can view all areas now to see, okay, do I like potential matchup? Okay, we're good. And then you save your product. At this point, it's going to give you mockups. So we're going to see the front mockup. I want to see the back mockup. Yep, it's okay with me. You can see it on a person. We like that. Looking good. Yeah, they've definitely changed the interface. It used to just like all be on one like screen over here. It's not anymore. I don't really like that. Because you could just see all mockups side by side instead of doing this like one off. This is our garment. How cool! So then at this point, you can optimize your listing by allowing the Printify's AI to auto describe for you. Of course, you're probably going to want to go through this with a fine-tooth comb to make sure it's telling you the right words, telling your customers the right words who are going to be ordering this product. Unless you want to buy it, let me know. If not, I fully expect you to take the artwork and do this project yourself, so you don't have to pay a premium on buying my goods. You can just buy it at cost. That's the goal, for you to be able to create your own garments, buy them yourselves, and not have to worry about going to the store and buying things that you don't want, that you don't really need. We're disruptors in this house, right, team? I'm going to add all the tags are great. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and list this. It thinks I should sell at $41 retail price. So who's paying $63 for a swimsuit? Some people are not going to be doing that. Some are. It's up to you. I'm never going to tell you how to price your goods. What I am going to tell you is this is not what this is about. Once you have your goods created in Printify, this is where we're going to talk about making your money. The reason we're here, right? In Printify, you get to set your price. So once you've got your good created, you get to optimize it with tags and personalization and like your shipping profile and all those things good. But we're here to talk about making some money. And to do that, you have to figure out what is your margin. What kind of money are you trying to make here with the goods that you've created? My profit calculator is showing if I sell this for $52.70, I will make $15.55 per unit sold. Some would argue that's not a bad side hustle, especially if you're getting, 10, 20, 30 orders a day. Who knows? I want to talk about profit margin in general as like a individual entrepreneurship, and dropship manufacturing honestly is the way of the future for young talent trying to get started creating their own garments, getting the products to the masses. with ease. This is it. This is it, y'all. And I've worked in fashion brands for 15 years, and I tell you, we're the average price point, the normal everyday American, and our margins at a fashion brand are anywhere between 72 to 85 if we're lucky. And usually after sales are added to the mix, you're going to end up roughly like maybe 55% margin. And then also you might not have your full stock sold, so that becomes dead stock and it goes into landfills. And that's what we're trying to avoid here at Mitchell Makes. Mitchell Makes is trying to help you make money in fashion design and also creating a community and an atmosphere and a team of really cool, creative people who may or may not understand how to do fashion design, but we can work together, right? We can do things together and support the community and this fashion design projects and just have a lot of fun with it because it can be fun. I've been working in fashion for 15 years and the fun is gone. And that's because I work. Sustainability is the future, and drop ship manufacturing your own ideas and designs is where the future fashion is going to be going. And why would you go shop at a store for something that you don't actually want? It's not the exact print. It's not the exact color. It's something's missing, but your choices are so small because, well, it's not offered. So with Printify and with hopefully my helping you, we can create amazing things together so we don't put garments into a landfill, and you can put money in your pocket and maybe you're creating things that your friends want to buy and you don't have to sew it. You don't have to think about it. All you do is come in here to Printify, create your artwork, do your print layouts, offer it up, link it to your Etsy account or your, this is Printify, Shopify. I don't have a Shopify account. I use Etsy, but I don't know, maybe you have one. There's so many ways. Just link it all to however you're selling your goods, and your customers, friends, clients, whomever can just go click and buy. So back to profit margin. I don't need a 72% profit margin, and I'm going to show you why. Because if edit our price, and I think about it in terms of the profit margin. I don't think in terms of like, I want to sell this swimsuit for $99. First of all, I would not be doing that because the cost of working in fashion for so long is knowing how much something actually costs to make and how we as consumers are getting screwed because, well, brands have staff to pay, brands have artworks to buy, brands have all kinds of things to pay for, overhead, new fabrics, development. The list goes on and on. And I don't think about, this must be 99 bucks. No, I think I need a profit of 30% because this is going to be a good cost for value for the customer, for you, for my friends, for my audience. And I don't need any more than that because I'm a one-man shop. I'm not paying all these other design creatives or merchandisers or, well, I'm also not paying anyone because I don't have a brand yet. We're working on it, y'all. Live in real time. So edit profit margin. If I wanted a 72% profit margin, like a brand would ask for, that's going to cost you $170 for my swimsuit that we know only costed, what was it earlier? $29. The math ain't mathin'. I should not be making $122 on something that costs me to produce $30, basically. I make $122 off of something that only costs $30? That doesn't seem right, fam. That doesn't seem right, team. And that's because it's not. So we're going to profit calculator. We're going to make you money, but we're going to do it with a moral compass that more money is to be made, more gorgeous designs are going to come from your hands. They're going to come from my hands. And they get to put beauty in the world and service your friends, your clients, anyone, because you get to make it at a price that is tasty, and that doesn't mean you're ruining someone's account because they've been begging. I'm not saying sell yourself short. I'm saying you don't need $122 on something that has costed you $20, $30 to make. You need about 60. So you make half. So maybe our profit margin is supposed to be 50%. And 50% seems very reasonable. $79 for a custom swimsuit is kind of cool if you're making it for yourself. It's custom. But if you're selling this to other people, you have to really think about the psychology of how much is someone going to spend on a swimsuit? They're going to Target, they're going to Amazon, they're going to all these other places to buy a swimsuit or buy a t-shirt or buy something that they want. You've got to find the balance in what they will pay for and how much they're going to pay for it. I would not charge someone $70, $80 for this swimsuit. I would not set a profit margin of $50 because $53. That's just too much. You as a viewer, are you going to spend $80 on a swimsuit that I just made? So I don't know, maybe, but you could do it yourself, babe, and save a lot of money and only pay costs. So I want to do this profit margin back to 30%. Because $51 feels pretty cool, feels good. I would make $15 after fees, and see, like, no, I said I wanted 30, not 28, girl. That feels good, and we love it. We're going to save it, and we're going to sell it. We're going to make money. We're going to offer it to custom businesses. We're going to go out and ask people, hey, how can I make a shippable dropship manufacturing goods to support you, your brand, your whatever. You can do it. And we can do it. So your next step would be to link an Etsy account or your Shopify to Printify. Once you've got all that set up, you can go in and create. It's very simple. And I encourage you to test out costs. I encourage you to test out different pricing structures to see what works. We, as the community, would like to know what has worked for yours. Is it your designs that are epic? Is it your pricing that's epic? Is it that you order bulk so you get a cheaper cost up front, so that way you can actually sell for less but still maintain the same margin? I mean, good for you if you can order a ton, but not a lot of people can. I hope you've learned some really fun, exciting knowledge here in this episode. I've got one more episode coming up as it relates to Printify, and it's more about print placement and how to do apparel print engineering within Printify to make a super fab product. And till next time, like, share, subscribe to Mitchell Makes, and I hope to see you again soon. And I need to hear from you in the comments. People, let's get it. All right, team.